Be former President Jimmy Carter, her husband of 77 years. Carter's attendance comes despite him being in hospice care. President Biden is rolling out new actions to strengthen U.S. supply chains.
We're doubling down on our work at home, starting right here, right now, with the launch of a new Council on Supply Chain Resilience.
While speaking from the White House Monday, the president says the new council will focus on ensuring supply chains remain secure and diversified. Other actions include the creation of an early warning system to spot supply chain risks and invoking the Defense Production Act to make more essential medicines in America and mitigate drug shortages. Biden also said his administration is focused on lowering the price of goods for Americans. Around 100 million people on the East Coast are set to face freezing temperatures as a cold front hits the region tonight into Wednesday. More from Mark Mayfield.
The National Weather Service says high temperatures are expected to be as much as 20 degrees below average in parts of the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Ohio Valley, as well as areas of the East Coast. Parts of Texas and Florida are expected to be colder as well. Freezing temperatures in the 20s are expected in New York City, with Washington, D.C. and Atlanta getting below freezing temps for the first time all year. I'm Mark Mayfield.
The groundbreaking debate between California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom and Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis drops this week. More from Brooks Walker.
The Governor Go-Round is part of a 2-hour Hannity special that will put a spotlight on the two governors' leadership viewpoints in their states. Each will make their case for whether red or blue policies are best for the nation. Moderator Sean Hannity will grill them on key issues.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
It is Coffee Ann on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us on Tuesday morning. It's November 28th. I'm Joe Callahan. Linda Tebow has joined us at the table. Hi, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Ed Carew is here from the Carew Investment Group. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Linda.
Ed got a notice on his phone that his car is parked in Woonsocket.
It's a good thing it's there.
Yeah.
That's why I left it.
That's where you yeah.
Outside.
Yes.
I was waiting for the notice. Your car is driving down Park Avenue. I'll be right back. But that hasn't happened yet. So.
They have smartphones, and he has a smart car.
All right, our first segment, the sponsor of Coffee Ann, is the Carew Investment Group. So let's get a first message from Ed Carew.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Telephone number is 765-8880. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, give me a call, or you can call my son Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Very good, Ed. Thank you very much. Linda said, I don't want to talk about Sunday. All right, we won't talk about Sunday, but all right. But I do have this question for you, for both Ed and for Linda, and it comes down to there's the people that don't like Mac Jones, and that's most of us, and then as a football player, I'm sure he's a swell person.
Oh,
but,
yeah, he's a nice young man.
I'm sure. Yeah, but as a football player, no. But where is all this hate for Bailey Zappi coming from? And I don't understand it because when he came into the game, they marched right downfield, 11 plays, touchdown. In my opinion, he throws a lot crisper than Mac Jones. He also scrambles better than Mac Jones. Mm-hmm. But people are saying, well, but he's still lousy. I'm like, well, yeah, he threw an interception. I get it. They all throw Patrick Mahomes throws interceptions. Right. Tua down there in Miami throws interceptions. Right. It does happen. Yeah. So I don't understand how they're both lousy and we got to get rid of them both. Like, Well, but off air, and I'd agreed with what Ed said to us off air. Bailey Zappi needs to know, like today, maybe even yesterday, okay, you're going to start on Sunday, and you're going to practice with the first team offense all week to learn all the plays.
Yeah.
And then on this Sunday, you're going to play the whole game, unless you get hurt. It's all yours. And I don't care if we lose 75-3. We're not taking you out to put Mac Jones back in. You get the whole game. Show us what you can do.
Well,
That's what I would do.
well, I think, I don't know about, I'm no coach, but that's what I've been waiting for him to do right along.
Yeah.
Because even at the beginning, like even last year, I liked Zappy. I thought he was Zappy. No, he seems to take command better.
You're right. And they
Like,
need that.
Like, I know what I'm doing, and I want you to do this and that, and
They even said that on Sunday on
Yeah.
the national broadcast. So he threw it to somebody who dropped it.
Yeah.
Hit him right in the hands.
Yeah.
And it fell.
Yeah.
And they said the reason he dropped it is because the ball's coming in so fast.
Yeah.
They're not used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
They're not used to the
Mac
loft
does the
from Mac
little
Jones.
whoops,
They're not
yeah.
used to a line drive coming
Yeah,
at him.
right.
I go, well, that's good. He should be throwing it hard.
Yeah, yeah.
So now the other side of the coin is, we're not there in Foxborough during practice, watching what he does in practice.
Yeah.
And maybe he flubs things up a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, because we're not there. But
I just don't understand why Bill Belichick keeps putting in Jones.
is he the
Do they
lesser
pay
of
him?
two?
Do they pay him a lot of money?
Well, he did get a pretty decent contract.
Did he?
Much better than Zappy. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're paying him a lot
Gotta
more.
get up, but he's not. They're not getting their money straight.
Where's that return on investment, Ed?
Yeah, really. Yeah. No
although-
dividends there.
I did hear that the Patriots brought in 4 tight ends to take a look at, and another quarterback. But the quarterback hasn't been playing for a while, and he was a backup at USC. And
Yeah. He doesn't know the playbook
all right.
any more
Any
than
more than Zappy
than
does.
the guy
Yeah.
that's on the practice squad.
That's right.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah.
so what do you do? Do you start him, or do you sign him? I don't know. Has he got any promise? I heard he's the son of the guy on Channel 4.
Oh, really?
It's a Burton. Yeah, that's his last name. I can't remember his
Oh,
first
really?
name.
Oh.
Yeah, it was his son they took a look at. And I don't know how well he did or what they're going to do. So they like to keep these things close to the vest and
Yeah.
make it all a big surprise.
You know what this reminds me of
What's
to a
that?
certain extent? Is that when Doug Flutie, when he was playing, he didn't get much respect from the Patriots. Like, they did not want to make him the primary quarterback for a long time until he was kind of like the only guy standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did great in the CFL when
Yes,
he
he
went
did.
up there, and that's when they finally brought him back. But I mean, he was great in college. It's just like maybe it's because he's small,
Well, he was small.
you know,
They
Yeah.
weren't
and
impressed,
Zappy
yeah.
is kind of on a smaller side, so
Yeah.
that may have play into it somehow. I don't know,
They could.
but I get that. To me, it's like I'm watching the Flutie thing all over
All-
again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, Mac's a big guy, but I don't think he's afraid to get hit or something.
He's way too stationary.
Right. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
too stationary.
yeah,
He
he
can't
doesn't-
really scramble
he
at all.
doesn't move.
Although, if you want to give any kind of accolade to him on this Sunday, after he threw the second interception, and they ran it back like 30 yards, Jones was actually involved in the tackle.
I saw that.
He was kind of
I
getting blocked
saw-
out of the way, but he was
yeah.
able to swing around and he was able to throw a
was-
shoulder into
yeah.
the guy who had the ball into his legs.
I saw
said,
that.
"Oh, look at that! You got
Yeah,
into
no,
the play,
yeah.
and you knocked the guy down. You helped knock the guy down. So good for you."
Yeah.
but,
No, I saw that, but he was like, "I caused this."
Yeah, but it
so
was all me.
It was all me, so I better try to help fix it. No, I did see that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yay!"
the
Well, there
only
you
game
go.
we got.
Take
So.
him out of quarterback and make him a tackle.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Now the game on Sunday will be at Gillette,
Yes.
and I can't imagine where the crowd will fall.
Before they get there.
Who will they be rooting for? Will they be rooting for which player? And how early will the boos start?
Well, and the thing is, my daughter and her family have been avid. They've seasons
Tickets, yeah.
people, and so they really, 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 really like the Patriots. And I think they've been to 2 games. That's it, Like, and even they're saying, my grandson Michael, Mac, and he wanted him to be good.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be good. I have a T-shirt, by the way.
You have a Mac Jones T-shirt?
I do. And I sleep in it now.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say you wash windows with it.
Yeah.
Or something.
But even I think that the really, avid fans are like, yikes.
Well, we're sitting there. We've been watching him now for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And no one expected him to be the next Tom Brady. There won't be another Tom Brady. So you can't compare him to Tom. But you would like to see him get better. You would like to see some improvement, and he's going the other way. He's not getting any better. In fact, he's getting worse.
Right.
Which is that's what bothers the fans the most.
Yeah.
Is that
his first year he was
decent enough.
His best year.
Yeah, and he's just gotten continuously worse. And how is that possible? But that seems to be what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see. We'll just see what's going to happen on this coming Sunday, and because they got to play out the rest of the games. There's still.
I know they do.
There's still another 5 games to play. So, or 6. I forget how many they'll have to play, but we'll have to see. And according to the so-called experts, this game against the Chargers is another game they could win. Chargers are not very good. Chargers have a lousy defense, but they have a very good quarterback. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
We've lost to some teams that are not good.
I know. Look at the Giants.
That's right,
We should have beat those guys. We should have beat Indianapolis. We should have beaten a few. Well, and it's like the defense has only let up 10 points in the last 2 games. If we're only giving up 10 points, we should win the game.
Yeah.
That's how it works in football. They're doing their job.
They're doing it,
And we're still losing, so not good. All right, moving away from the Patriots and like that, we did have a note that was called in. Actually, it was emailed in to me. Just talking about migrants and present criteria proposed for entering the U.S. One is, quote, credible fear, unquote. Yes, prove you are not fleeing your country because you want to. It doesn't work that way. We cannot continue supplying U.S. dollars for them. If we do, this could go in the wrong direction for the entire country. They must adapt to their current conditions in their homeland, bad or not. We are not a sanctuary. Apparently, we are.
We are. Yeah.
We have turned into that.
Yeah.
And some of the conditions in their homeland, I agree, is pretty awful.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to be there either.
No.
And do they have the wherewithal to change it? Probably not. They're just small little people, and they want to get out of there. I can certainly understand why. But I also agree we're not a sanctuary state, but that's what we've turned into. Look at all over Rhode Island and Massachusetts. When Logan Airport says you can't sleep here, kind of thing. Yeah. Things are bad. So, and I have absolutely no answers for this.
No.
Unless you want to put it square at the White House. Under Trump, it looks like things were getting better. Biden gets elected. He reverses everything Trump was doing at the southern border.
Yeah.
And a wave of people come not crashing through, but just come flooding across the border. You can put the blame there if you like.
Yeah.
Unless I'm being too simplistic with this. Am I being too simplistic, Ed?
I don't know.
No?
It's beyond my
pay grade?
expertise.
All right. Well, we just don't know how that's going to work out, and it's just bad things are just going to keep happening. All right. So Ed, this is part of your expertise. Have they gotten or have you received any kind of information about how sales have gone from Thanksgiving, like from Friday into yesterday morning, sale on the retail side?
They were saying yesterday that Black Friday sales in brick and mortar stores were up 4.5%.
From last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a number that I heard. Whether it's correct or not, and it's pretty soon to tell.
Yeah.
And also that online sales were pretty good too.
Up on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, but they're also saying that discounts are bigger than normal this year compared to like last year, because last year there was no inventory because of the supply shortages, and this year there's a lot of inventory, so there's a lot of deals.
Okay. All right.
And today is yesterday was Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday was
so
yesterday.
those numbers will start to come out today.
Yeah. Okay. The only thing I don't normally buy, but I do have to make a trip, and Southwest Airlines had a pretty good deal running yesterday.
Really?
30% off.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, it was time. It was time to book.
Yeah.
I just never know when a good time to book an air flight is. People always say everyone's got their strategies. I'll wait till Tuesdays. That's when the lowest price is, and like that. So, I'm all over the place. But it looked
30%,
it looked pretty good
yeah.
yesterday. So I nailed it. So so it was time. It was time to buy. So, all right. And the one thing that bothers me most about this time of year are the major retailers. These are the Kohl's and the Targets of the world, and Walmart and Macy's and like that, who now will start advertising. Now that we're past the Thanksgiving weekend, they will now start advertising. You're late. If you haven't started Christmas shopping, you're late.
I'm late.
I'm like, it's still November. How am I
know.
late?
I know.
But they push it.
Yeah.
You gotta buy now, or else you're late and you're gonna miss whatever the deal is.
Trying to avoid not being able to handle a Christmas rush.
That's what you're trying to avoid?
That's what they're trying to avoid.
Oh, a late Christmas rush?
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to have
Handle
the help in the stores to take care of a incredible influx of people that they might be concerned about getting.
Okay.
In the last week, in the last few days.
But do they have to harp on the fact that instead of saying oh, you're going to be late if you don't buy it now before December 1st.
Well, maybe
just say, hey, we got a Christmas sale going on. You should come and see it.
Maybe they're not using the advertising words that you'd like to hear.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You know, maybe they don't want to come out and say, you better come and shop now because we're not going to be able to handle the business later. So, you know, because your first reaction would be hire more people. And their reaction is, they
Not
ain't
now.
anybody to hire.
We already hired everyone we're going to
Yeah,
hire.
right. Well, not just that, but they might not have enough time to hire people and train them. You know, you go into a store, a lot of times you have a question.
Yeah.
You know, and if you could ask somebody a question that they have no clue about, you're not going to have a happy customer.
Are they also saying possibly that come buy it now because we actually have a low inventory of whatever it happens to be? So if you don't get it now, you won't get it at all.
I think you see that with toys, you know, because they
Yeah.
run out, you know, the popular, whatever
Yeah,
that toy
whatever
is
it is
this
that
year.
year.
I don't know. I'm beyond that. I don't have any little ones, but, you know, I remember my daughter running around trying to find
A toy.
the special one, right?
Yeah,
And-
that probably happens every year. I mean,
Yeah, it
they
does.
can't have an unlimited amount of a particular item
Yeah.
right up until Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you
right.
do the next day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right. We got to take a break here in the Coffee and program. More is coming your way, so let's get a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Who's more?
You are.
Oh,
It's
I was
Ed
wondering
Moore
who's
Carew.
coming this way. You know? Thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that they know, and many of which pay quarterly dividends. We use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. To find out more about our services and for a quality conservative approach to investing, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Integrity, trust, and service. The Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. And the Coffee and program will continue here on ON Radio.
Are you feeling sick? Thundermist Convenient Care can help make you feel better. The walk-in medical service at 450 Clinton Street, Woonsocket is open 365 days per year. They treat common illnesses and minor injuries. You don't have to be a Thundermist patient, and the copay is similar to an office visit. So visit Convenient Care at 450 Clinton Street, Woonsocket today and start feeling better. They are open weekdays from 8 in the morning till 8 at night and weekends and holidays from 9 to 5. You don't need an appointment. Just walk on in to Thundermist Convenient Care. There when you need them.
There is nothing like the beauty of a little holiday tree to liven up the holidays. Join us at the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center for its annual Trimetry classes on Wednesday, November 29th at 1 p.m. or 6 p.m. Create and decorate your very own tabletop boxwood tree. This popular event sells out every year. A light meal is included. Private classes are available for groups of 15 or more. For tickets or additional information, visit Vos True Value Hardware or the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
ON AM and FM.
All right, it is Coffee In here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan here, along with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. Well, Brown University has dropped the charges against all 20 students they had arrested last month.
Yeah.
Because we don't want them to feel bad, Linda. You know.
Poor babies.
We don't want anything on their record, you know. They were just they were invoking their First Amendment rights. And blah 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 blah. So yeah, they had to sit in at the president's office.
Right.
They told them all to get out.
Yeah.
They wouldn't leave, or we're going to give you another half hour. Give them another half hour. Okay, they took them away in the paddy wagons down to Providence. Well, they were all charged, and they were all charged with trespassing. Yeah. And they were supposed to be all arraigned today. And but Brown, all right, they've learned their lesson. Those poor kids. And all the charges have been dropped. So everything is wonderful. Everything's lovely. And they don't feel bad about themselves anymore. So.
Oh, God, I'm happy for them. We wouldn't want to dent their esteem.
Oh, their ego.
Yeah. Their egos.
You want to do that. That's right, their self-esteem. So, are you surprised, Ed, that Brown dropped these charges?
Am I surprised?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. Neither am I. Although I did think that things would have gone a little further. You know, let's scare them a little more. Have them go to an arraignment.
Let them go. Yeah.
And see what they plead.
Yeah.
That would have been fun to see what they do. And then the university could say, "Nah, we're just kidding." So, and we'll give it maybe they said we'll give it one more. Don't do that again.
Right.
It's like you're dealing with a 5-year-old, and these kids are 20, and well, don't do that again. All right. Well. They'll say if you do it again, we are gonna go to a
freedom of expression. They don't want to stifle that expression.
Express yourself all you want.
Yeah.
Outside.
Outside, not in my house, right?
That's right. Go on there's a quad there at Brown University.
They were,
They were, but in the president's
very
office.
nice quad.
Yeah, so go there and do it.
Yeah.
And protest and bring signs and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And they had another event at Brown yesterday where the student, there were 3 students that were shot in Burlington, Vermont. One's from Brown University, and so they had a vigil or a rally or some sort.
They said a vigil.
Campus.
They called it a vigil. Yeah.
And the president got up to speak, and she got booed off the stage. The students don't like the president there because they want her, and I don't even know if it's her call. They want her to divest the school from any companies that are profiting from the war.
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is her call.
Probably
to do this.
No,
it's probably a board of some
that's
sort.
That's a board of directors call. Yeah.
And so I thought these kids at Brown were supposed to be smart.
Yeah. They yeah, that's what they're after because Brown is so heavily endowed.
Yeah.
And and endowed by people. They don't want those people to be there contributing.
All right. So the president is Christina Paxton, booed off stage last night by the students because she has not come out and said, "Oh yeah, I'll try to do what you want." I don't know if she said that's. I wonder if she's ever said that's not my call. That's. I'm here to run the school, not make. Someone else goes and makes money for the school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the board of directors. They're the ones that solicit endowments and monies to.
Yeah, there's going to be somebody, that's in charge of that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not the president.
Right.
No.
Unless she's on that board, but
usually if the president sits on that board, they're ex officio, so they don't have a vote anyways.
Okay.
Usually.
Yeah.
Usually.
Just crazy. Huh?
Yeah. Well, the world is. it's very sad that those students were shot in Vermont.
It is.
That's wrong. No matter how thin you slice it, it's still not right,
Because the way it looks is...
whatever side you're on.
That's right. Well, the guy walked up to them, allegedly, and just said, well, they look Palestinian to me.
They have that, whatever that's called, that black and white shawl kind of thing on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's a name for it, and I can't remember.
They were wearing
Were they wearing it?
traditional.
They were wearing the shawls.
Traditional Palestinian
I see.
garb.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so the guy just walked up to him and
See.
shot him.
Yeah.
All three of them.
That's not right.
No. And,
That's not right. No matter what side you're on, it's
and there's
not right.
there's been the rise of anti-Palestinian violence and a rise of
Anti-Jewish too, yeah.
violence as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really
Shows you how
splitting it.
polarized everything is.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I see it mostly from from what I've read, mostly from the Jewish side, from Jewish students from this university around here, and how scared they are on depending on what university they're on.
Right.
And they can't afraid to walk alone during the day.
Yeah.
Got to get together with other Jewish friends.
Yeah.
So there's power in
It's
numbers. So they can
where
get
does
from
where
building
does
to
it
building.
stop? Where does it stop? You go
I
after
don't
the
know.
Catholics next, and the Protestants next, and the, where does it stop? And
I don't know, because
I
each
don't-
side thinks they are right.
but they have a right.
Oh,
yeah, no, exactly.
The people
yeah.
that attack them
Yeah.
because you're Palestinian,
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm right for attacking you because Hamas attacked first, so I have the right to attack you,
Right, and
which isn't correct, but
and Hamas, they're terrorists.
I know. But it's weird. They're
But
thinking.
those people
saying,
voted for them.
Yeah,
But those
but their thinking is, well, yeah, but the Israelis they've been terrorizing us for decades, so we're just getting a little
Right.
retribution back.
Yeah.
And now that we've gotten our retribution back, please stop bombing us.
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
is what's going on. Although the ceasefire is still going on, and it's been extended
Really?
a few days.
Yeah.
Because they're still working on. I don't know why this is so
Notice
difficult
you-
to
yeah.
swap.
Well, plus they're getting
these
how many
detainees.
for one? For one?
3 for 1.
3 for 1.
3 for 1. So
Pretty
that's
sweet deal.
That's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah.
You notice the Americans
Yeah,
haven't
and
been
they're
released
releasing
yet.
prisoners
Prisoners.
Not
for-
hostages.
for hostages.
For hostages, yeah.
I didn't think prisoners were part of this.
They are the ones
Yeah.
getting released. The women and
okay.
women and teenagers that are prisoners, they were arrested because they were accessories to some acts of terror. I believe that's what they said.
All right.
And so yeah, that's 3 for 1.
3 for 1, but it's not a fair deal.
Not,
Well,
and
but
I don't
what-
think
what do I know?
the Americans haven't been released
What
yet.
do I know?
No.
No,
And
I
what
think
was
the
it?
latest, the Americans haven't been, the American hostages haven't been released yet.
Well,
that I
didn't-
know
A couple
of.
of them have.
Couple,
Haven't-
yeah.
Well, didn't Joe Biden take
Huge.
kudos for all this? It was all his doing, according to him, and
Yeah.
he made a couple of phone calls, and he brokered this 3 for 1 deal. And isn't it wonderful?
Well, I didn't think 3 for 1 was.
He thought it's pretty good.
I didn't think that was fair.
No,
1 for 1, you know.
1 for 1 would have been okay, but I don't know. They don't involve us in these negotiations.
No, they don't. They
So,
don't.
they
No,
really should.
the whole thing is a very sad state of affairs.
Yep.
Very
And
sad state of
the only
affairs.
thing I was glad that hasn't happened. So they said as soon as the ceasefire started, I said, who's the first side that's going to blink first and shoot while the ceasefire is supposedly still going on?
Yeah.
Hasn't happened.
No.
So I was actually pretty happy about that. And now
Right.
they say we're going to extend it another couple of days, and
Wonder.
no one has shot at the other side. So, well,
Yeah.
good, I guess.
Well, plus that humanitarian aid is being allowed to get in there too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Water, medicine, food, all that
Yeah,
stuff. Okay.
yeah. Well, I think it's really, what really bothered me. Well, the whole thing does. But Hamas, and they were there at that big hospital.
Yeah.
They were there at that big hospital underneath, in the tunnels underneath it, and they found all that evidence. And I'm thinking to myself, those people in the hospital must have known that. Don't
Yeah.
you think? They'd noticed that.
Yeah.
They had those people with guns and everything in their hospital.
That's the way they've always done it.
I know.
That's right out
Yeah,
of the
but
terrorist
did
handbook.
they enter and exit the tunnels from the hospital, or did they go into the tunnels from a different area?
Yeah. You know, but I mean, wouldn't you kind of maybe notice stuff going on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe just turn a blind eye to it because there's nothing you can do about it.
Fear.
Yep, we're just going to go
Fear.
about our
Yeah,
job
let-
here
let's
at the
do our
hospital.
job
and
here
we'll-
at the hospital.
that's
But I
all I
mean, I
can do.
think that's pretty low.
It
That's-
is.
That's
It
pretty
is.
low.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it speaks
All right.
a lot about them, you know.
We had a note that was called in, 766-1240. Back to the Patriots for just a little bit. Do you agree that the New England Patriots have ruined Mac Jones? Was it the Patriots doing that has turned him into a lousy quarterback?
Yeah.
And people use the argument that Mac is in his third year and he's on his third offensive coordinator. And they say, well, you know, he hasn't had any consistency.
Right.
So therefore, the Patriots ruined him.
I've heard that argument.
Okay.
I've heard
You
that
agree with it?
argument.
No?
I don't know that I
All
do.
right.
Yeah, you know, and then there were they didn't give him the supporting
Cast
people
around
cast
him.
around him, you
Yeah.
know, to receive those. But yeah, I don't know. I have heard that. I
All
have
right.
heard
Ed, do
that.
you think it's the Patriots' fault that Mac Jones is as bad
Well, I
as he
think
is?
last year might have been the Patriots' fault by putting the defensive coordinator as the offensive coordinator.
Okay.
So I don't think the guy was, you know, good enough to teach him offense, to make him get better than he was in his freshman year. This year they've got a good offensive coordinator, so he should have gotten at least better than last year. Maybe
Right.
not as good as the first year.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
because
but
Josh
improved.
McDaniels was like, you know, this guy was great.
Yeah.
You know, but this O'Brien is good, and he should have at least gotten a little bit better. I think he's got a better team to work with.
Yeah.
He's got what's his name, Henry, the tight end, that's been there
Hunter
for
Henry.
several years
Yep.
now. Smith-Schuster, he's
Yep.
on there this year. That new kid, Darius.
Yeah, he's the one that got hurt.
Yeah, got hurt
Sunday.
the other day. Yeah,
He
he
got clotheslined.
seems to get pretty good.
Yep.
You got Ezekiel, whatever,
Elliott,
you know, and you got
Stevenson.
DeAndre. You're right.
Run, yeah.
So you got some good guys there.
Yeah.
You would think that this year should have been better than last year.
And I agree with you on that, Ed, because they were always reported from the beginning of the season how Jones and O'Brien get along great.
Yeah.
And they think highly of each other, and they're on
Yeah.
the same page, and
Yeah.
saying all the good things.
Yeah, and they had high
Okay.
hopes. They had
High hopes that this was
Yeah.
going to really work
Yeah.
out. So have the Patriots ruined Jones? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is on him. And I did read something else. What's his name? Boomer Esiason, national football guy.
Yeah.
He has said Jones has got to get out of New England.
Yeah.
There is no way he's going to get better there. He's got to go to a different environment.
Yeah.
And get away from this and get away from the New England fans.
As an
And
NFL
Go to
quarterback?
another team.
Yeah, go to
Maybe
Arizona, someone like that.
Or maybe go to Carolina and be a backup or something like
Yeah,
that. He's got to go somewhere else to try
Let
to
him-
get back to what he could have been coming out of college.
Let him build this confidence
Because
back up
it's
somewhere.
not going to happen here.
No.
It's just not going to happen in New England. Okay. Break time here on the Coffee and program. Time for a look at the weather forecast being brought to you by Unbound.org.
Partly sunny skies today with a high of 37 degrees and a breeze from the west. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 24. Wednesday's weather, increasing clouds, high of 37. Thursday, sunny and a high of 45. Friday, rain is 60% likely, mainly after 4 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 51. Friday night, 70% chance of more rain overnight. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 48. Sunday, mostly cloudy, high near 44. And on Monday, a 40% chance of a shower, mostly cloudy with a high of 49.
Currently outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with mostly cloudy skies, we have 36 degrees. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change their world, and it will change your own at unbound.org.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, 2 locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is Robert Stewart, President of Woonsocket Teachers Guild. In this holiday season, I would like to invite you to join with the teachers of Woonsocket to make a difference by supporting the Milk Fund. The Milk Fund provides milk vouchers to needy Woonsocket families throughout the year. Woonsocket Teachers Guild has been a steady contributor to the Milk Fund for over 30 years. Please join us and donate to this worthy cause. On behalf of the Woonsocket Teachers Guild, I'd like to say thanks for supporting Woonsocket Public Schools, and I want you to know that Woonsocket educators are proud of our roles in helping your children reach their goals.
Lou Mandeville here to tell you the only place to get your local high school and college scores, as well as the Pats, Bruins, Celtics, and Sox is on My Morning Sports Reports. And they are right here on ON 1240, Monday through Friday on the Morning Fun Show.
All right, it is Coffee and here on ON or AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow, and moving on to just other things. And we brought it up a little bit yesterday. We have a little more information today on the Coffee and program, but the man that allegedly stabbed his pregnant wife down in Westerly, 33-year-old Antoine Knight, is facing charges. The mother was stabbed in the back and in the arm. This happened on Saturday night at their residence. She had to be airlifted to Rhode Island Hospital. Yeah. 2 children who were present during the stabbing, they were unharmed. Physically. Mentally is something else kids. When you watch your mother being stabbed like that. And, maybe you can reiterate or back this up, Linda, because we have Melissa Murray here saying the majority of pregnant women that are stabbed or are stabbed by or attacked, they're attacked by their either husband or boyfriend. And the statistics are just very high. I'm like, did you when you were a nurse working the ER, did you see a lot of that kind of domestic violence?
Well, we see domestic violence, but never
to that extent.
No. Usually it's
fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs,
all right,
punching them around, black eyes, bruises, which is, not that it's lesser, but I never saw that.
Did you see a lot of pregnant women getting assaulted?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Not really. No.
And it just makes you wonder why someone would do that. Is it a financial thing? Yeah. We can't afford more kids.
Well, usually, I would think lots of times alcohol or drugs are involved.
Is that an issue as well?
That you see, because that you see that more often.
All right. Well, at least they arrested this guy. So,
thank God.
And we'll see what else goes on.
Do we know how she is?
It doesn't say, other than that she was airlifted to Rhode Island Hospital from Westerly. And there is a hospital in Westerly, right? The Westerly Hospital.
There is.
So it's like, I guess it's a little more extensive than we thought here.
Yeah,
so
and
let's get you up there.
So she was stabbed in the arm?
In the back and in the back and the arm. So that's one of those. I'm coming to get you. So I'm running to get away.
Can't even face her.
Yeah, you don't know what.
You know
organs
what I mean?
Could have been hit.
That's right.
A cowardly attack.
All right, so that's what took place there. We had a police chase in Rhode Island yesterday. Actually, this morning. It started in Johnston. It ended up in Providence, right down Route 6, I guess. But it started at 1:50 in the morning with an exchange of gunfire between a Johnston police officer and the suspect. The pursuit ended in the vicinity of Maynard and Unit Streets in Providence. The suspect fled on foot. No injuries were reported. The investigation is ongoing. It doesn't say if they got the suspect or not. Usually when they get out of the cars, they make a run for it. They usually caught somehow, but no, not in this case though. So they'll still be looking into that. All right. So we got Ed up in Massachusetts. we have planned MBTA Green Line service disruption. We're not surprised about this one. We know this one's coming because we're planning it. Great. So that starts today because we're repairing the Green Line at some of the branches. Service is affected daily for the next week on the B branch between North Station and Babcock Street, and the C and D branches between North Station and Kenmore Square. Good thing there's no baseball game. That line gets a lot of people on it going to Fenway Park. So shuttle buses will be available, and E-branch riders are advised to use the Route 39 buses because they're free. So, So
I'm not planning a trip there.
But now they're saying I read something that said, well, this is good that this is happening. That means we're getting to all the needed repairs that we need to get to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is.
If we're planning, if the T is planning the shutdown,
right,
and it's not a train derailed saying, "Oh, we didn't see that coming."
Well, right. No, it's a good thing that they're planning to fix some things so that hopefully you won't have the derailment or some other issues.
I really feel so bad for that new general manager
who took over, but he had to know there's bad things coming ahead.
Yeah, I know, but he probably didn't know how bad. And how many,
Mm-hmm.
I hope they're paying him lots of money.
He's got to be getting a six-figure salary to do this job.
He inherited quite a
mess. And how long do we have? I wonder if he told the state, it's going to take me, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years to turn this around.
What was his contract? Do you know?
I don't know what it is.
I don't know how long.
A couple of years.
He might be looking for a way out of it.
Maybe he wants to go back to New York where he came from. Boy, imagine saying that. Yeah. Boy, the New York subway system was easier. I want to go back to that. So.
And we don't know that the New York subway system is any better.
Well, no, we don't because we don't hear about it. So.
No, it never makes the news that such and such a line, the Coney Island line, didn't work or something like that. You know.
We should. I'll start to look into that. See if I
can't
can
get to the Wonder Wheel. The Warriors will get you.
Can't get there from here.
Right.
There was something I wanted to bring up in the. No, I forgot it. Too bad.
Old age, Joe.
It is, isn't it? It's bad. I really should start running these things down.
He's such a kid.
Nope. Well, Massachusetts says the Massachusetts family shelter system remains in high demand, despite the imposed cap that they reached earlier this month of 7,500. Channel 5 in Boston said the Secretary of Housing and Livable Communities, Ed Augustus, said the state is doing what it can to triage 40 to 50 families still arriving daily. I don't know where they're going.
What,
Legislature adjourned for the Thanksgiving break without passing a supplemental budget that includes additional shelter system funding.
Where are they putting?
I don't know.
I mean, arriving, but how about the people that are already there? The residents of Massachusetts that are homeless too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. It's funny. I went to an event Sunday in Worcester, and we drove by Polar Park, and the lights were on. And my son asked me, "Is there an event at Polar Park?" I said, "Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know why the lights are on. Maybe they're housing migrants there. Although outside isn't such a great idea."
Right. Wow.
I don't know.
It's a major problem for sure.
It is, and if 40 to 50 families are arriving in the state daily, where are they arriving? Are they going into? Are they going into Boston?
And how do they arrive there in a bus or?
I always thought they were. I always thought they were just coming by bus. So I don't know.
And so from where though? We don't know.
Wherever they cross the border, I don't know, down in Texas maybe. So I don't know. All right, today is everybody's got great names. We got Black Friday, we got Small Business Saturday. So yesterday was Cyber Monday. Today is Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday.
Yeah, so they tell you to beware, watch out for the scams on Giving Tuesday. And I almost saw a scam at the in Worcester on Saturday when I was there. And there I am with my party of four of us looking to get in the building, and someone comes up to one of the workers there that says, that's just this line or this line, and it just says, "Hey, can you?" And it was a guy, and he said, "Are you allowed to bring purses into the building?" We thought that was an odd question coming from a guy, but and the guy said, "You said purses, right?" Yeah. And the worker said, "Well, of course." And so the guy that asked the question turned around, yelled down to his wife, because it was like he was down a flight of stairs. "Yeah, come on up and bring your purse. It's fine." And turns out they were almost scammed. That they ran into someone on the street that pretended to be like a worker, saying they don't allow purses in the building, but give it to me. I'll keep it right here for you.
Really?
And when the show's over, come back out. We'll give it back to you. Now they were smart.
Wow.
To not fall for that.
Yeah.
But if this person has tried that, makes you wonder. This might have worked in the past, and we'll keep asking until we get
We'll
caught.
hold it for you.
Then due to security reasons, they don't allow purses inside the building. People might just go, "Oh, sure, here you go."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And
You're gonna stay right here, right?
that's right. I'll be right here.
Yeah.
I'll be, when the show's over around 10:30 or so, just come right back.
I'll be
and
waiting for you outside the door.
That's right. So
Oh my
nothing to worry about. I don't know if they were wearing a Worcester DCU jacket or something to make them try to look official or what. But so when he called down to his wife, "Yeah, all right, come on up," and they let him in, and he just mentioned to anyone that happened to be, because we're all just watching this guy. He goes, "Yeah, we almost got scammed down there. There's someone said, yeah, give us your purse because they don't allow them in the building." How about that?
That is something, huh?
People are always coming up with different ways to separate you from your money.
Absolutely. Wow.
But he didn't get caught. He didn't get burned.
Thank God.
I was happy to hear
they were smart.
everything was fine.
But
He was smart.
but not everybody is that astute.
No, and what if you get someone that's maybe if they've had a couple of drinks before the show,
Right.
they say, "Oh, yeah, that sounds like a great idea," and there's less I have to carry, so here you go. And now it's gone. Yeah. So just beware.
Beware.
Oh, and always question these things. So, and the same thing comes down to Giving Tuesday. You've got to be sure you know where you're giving your money to whatever organization is asking for your donations, and a lot ask. So just something to be careful of. So, all right, we're gonna take another break here on the Coffee and program, and more is coming your way. We ask you to please stick around.
By getting vaccinated, washing your hands, staying home when you're sick, and seeking treatment when needed, you can help protect yourself and your community from the flu, COVID-19, and RSV. Visit health.ri.gov/respiratory viruses and talk to your doctor for more information on how to stay healthy this season. Again, visit health.ri.gov/respiratory viruses. A message from the Rhode Island Department of Health and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Introducing Bowling for Milk. Join your friends and neighbors at Walnut Hill Bowling Lanes on Sunday, December 10th from 2 to 5 p.m. for strikes, spares, and maybe a few gutter balls, but plenty of fun at Bowling for Milk. Just $25 gets you 2 strings of bowling and shoe rental, and the Milk Fund gets half. To add to the fun, we'll have a mini auction for just those in attendance, including an item donated by the New England Patriots. And ON Radio's Cruisin' Bruce Palmer will be on hand to spin the tunes and sign autographs. The Patriots don't play that week, so join us for Bowling for Milk, Sunday afternoon, December 10th from 2 to 5 p.m. at Walnut Hill Bowl on Diamond Hill Road, Woonsocket. It's a party to help the Milk Fund.
ON Radio. There is nothing like the beauty of a little holiday tree to liven up the holidays. Join us at the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center for its annual Trim-a-Tree classes on Wednesday, November 29th at 1 p.m. or 6 p.m. Create and decorate your very own tabletop boxwood tree. This popular event sells out every year. A light meal is included. Private classes are available for groups of 15 or more. For tickets or additional information, visit Vos True Value Hardware or the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website.
It is Coffee Ann on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And I saw about this survey maybe last week. It was before the Patriots played down there at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And they polled all the NFL players. What's the worst stadium in the league? And it's MetLife Stadium. And before the Patriots played there, I read a story that the week before, I guess maybe the Jets were playing there, but the game ends, all right, and the teams go into their respective locker rooms. No hot water for the showers for the players. Yeah.
Oh my! How old is it? I mean,
it's not. They talked to someone that's in charge of services. They were having an issue.
Oh, I guess they were.
And they were trying to track it down, but they couldn't figure it out what it was. So there's no hot water for the players. So MetLife comes in at the worst stadium in the league. Best stadium in the league. You want to take a guess? Ed, you want to take a guess? Best stadium in the league? It is not
Dallas.
Foxborough. No, that's a great guess because that's really nice. But
Which
it's
one
not.
did you say?
Dallas.
Oh.
Arrowhead Stadium
Oh, in Kansas City.
in Kansas City is rated #1 by the players.
Really?
Really, I like it. Yeah. So, okay.
Mahomes or Mahoro?
My auto. Those are great commercials. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So, just in case you were wondering, what the players thought the best stadium is. All right, Merriam-Webster Dictionary has come out with their 2023 word of the year. It's authentic.
Authentic. Yes.
The online dictionary said this year saw a substantial increase in searches for the word. I guess that's how they do this little event.
Yeah.
It attributes that to more stories and conversations about AI, celebrity culture, identity, and social media. The announcement by Merriam-Webster's website says authentic has several meanings, including not false or imitation, and true to one's own personality, spirit, or character.
Yeah.
It describes Taylor Swift as authentic.
Authentic.
Yes, so there you go.
There
Feel
you
free
go.
to get it into conversation sometime today.
Yeah, authentic.
It is
we hear that last year. I was hearing organic a lot.
That was last year? Okay.
Well, I don't know if it was the word of
Yeah.
but I mean, I heard a lot of the young people say it's organic, and
Is that
I thought
is that
it
a
meant
good thing?
well, yeah, because
All right.
it's
Down
when
to
I
earth
I think organic,
Yeah.
I think of food.
Yeah, food, earth,
food, and
stuff growing
but they
out
were
of the
using,
ground.
I
even
think
that
of
music.
eggs.
It was organic.
Mhm.
So I think it's kind of like using organic, like authentic.
So, so keeping it with words, the list of the most common slang of 2023 is out, and only 2% of parents knew every word on this year's list. Some words were held over from 2022, like salty and extra, but several new entries made this year's list, put together by language learning platform Preply. The list found the most used slang word is sus. S-U-S. Any idea what it means?
Not
What
a
does it
clue.
mean? Not a-
Short for suspicious. That's sus. Or
my.
he's sus. Or something like that.
Oh God, gee, we're so busy that we can't say suspicious.
Followed by the word bet. The bet doesn't mean what you think it means. Like I put a bet on the Patriots to
no.
lose.
Yeah, no.
No. Bet means I agree.
Really?
The Patriots are lousy.
Bet. Why?
I don't know. Okay. And
Why?
there is the word yeet. Y-E-E-T. To violently throw something. He was so mad at her, he yeet the vase across the room. Can't you just say throw?
Throw. It's only one more letter.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know who comes up with this, but that's
Wow.
that's the word.
Does
this
your
year, new
daughter know
slang.
these words? She probably.
I would have to. If I were to guess, she
Yeah.
probably knows the word sus.
Yeah.
That's what I would
Have you
say.
has-
I haven't heard her use it.
I was gonna say, haven't heard
but
it
the others, she has not used with me. So
No.
No. So, but maybe amongst her friends. I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
That's all from that texting, because nobody.
Oh, yeah, everything shortens
Nobody knows how to
everything.
spell anymore.
If you want to say you, it's just the letter.
Just you,
It's just,
yeah.
just the letter.
Yeah.
All right. So the people that were riding the It's a Small World ride at Disneyland probably weren't expecting this. Did you hear what happened?
No,
All right.
I remember going on that again and again and again with Lily.
Well, this is the one in California.
Yeah. Oh, in California.
Not
I was
the one in
Go
Florida.
ahead.
But a Disneyland guest is facing charges. He hops out of the boat on the It's a Small World ride and then strips off all his clothes and walks around.
Why?
Well, we don't know.
We don't
No.
know. Sick puppy.
Local authorities escorted the guest off the Anaheim, California property. This happened Sunday afternoon. The guest got off the ride while it was in motion, and it's in the water. So I don't know how he got out, why he would do this, but
Go swimming.
it was in motion, and park operators stopped it when they found out about the situation. Videos and photos on social media show the guests without clothes on walking through the sets. And probably singing along with the dolls, I guess. Yeah. Anaheim police charged the man with indecent exposure and being under the influence of a controlled substance. So there you go.
There you go.
So, yeah.
There
Why you think, hey, this is a good idea? If you haven't noticed, Disney, Florida, and in California, it's just like a casino. It's just like the airport. There are cameras everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
There is someone watching the ride.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Wherever it's going.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get caught. It's pretty simple. So yeah.
Poor children on that.
I know, and it's in Fantasyland, and that's where most of the young children, I say 10 and under, are all congregate, and that's what they want to go on and see this kind of stuff, and then that happens. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, even Disney World is not safe. Did you? Not that this had anything to do with this, but did you hear about the Universal? This is Universal Florida. Had one of their roller coasters. It's called Rocket. Stopped for no reason.
Oh, call that guy.
167 feet in the air. They were stuck on it for an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Because you got it, it's so bad. The workers there can't get it down. Their maintenance people can't get it. Now you got to call the police department, fire department.
Fire department. Oh,
come on out. So the ride is called Rip Rocket, and I've been on it. And it comes out of the house and then goes straight up until it gets to the top, then down and swings all the way around. The problem with this ride is that two people sit next to each other, but there's only one bar to keep you both in. Okay. And the bar doesn't pull forward, okay? The bar starts to your left and comes across you.
Okay.
So, and then you're locked in. But now, all I can think of is since they were 167 feet in the air, that's probably near the top of where the chain was pulling them up. Now you're on your back, looking up at the sky for an hour in that nice hot Florida sun beating down on you.
Oh, my.
So no one was hurt.
No, but thank God.
So that was good, and they did get them all down. And we were talking about that yesterday. Imagine being a firefighter in the Orlando area, and not only are you going to be trained on how to put fires out and things like that, now you have to be trained on how to rescue people from roller coasters.
Yeah.
At each park.
Yeah.
SeaWorld, Disney World, Universal, Busch Gardens is down there as well. And so you got to go out and take a look at every single roller coaster and how do we get people down if it gets stuck.
Wow. So that's why it's a small world. That's for me.
That's pretty simple. If it stops, we can.
Yeah.
You can get out a paddle.
Sure. Yeah.
And move it along. So.
Now, how about the guy yesterday who opened the exit door to the on the airplane?
Oh, on Southwest Airlines.
On the Southwest Airline, climbed out onto the wing.
Yes, I.
They captured him too.
Yeah, they did.
It was stopped at. Was it in Newark or was it? What airport were they at?
I did not catch that.
He was. No, I'm sorry. Close. Louisiana. That's close to Newark. He decided they had landed, or had they not taken off?
They hadn't taken off yet.
Okay. So he decides to get up and go out the emergency exit. They always say when you get on a plane, if you're sitting at the emergency door, do you agree
that you know how to open
the door for the rest of us?
Yes.
And he must have said, "Oh, sure."
I know.
I'll be that person. And then so it happened on the Skyway while the plane wasn't moving at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. The man climbed onto the plane's wing before being caught on the tarmac. So did he slide off the wing and get down on the ground? And that's a pretty decent drop.
Yeah.
From the wing to the tarmac. It's not clear what prompted the passenger to open the emergency exit. The sheriff's department said no criminal charges have been filed yet, and the investigation has been referred to federal authorities. This is an FAA
that's a
thing.
Federal thing.
Don't be messing with the airplanes.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's just that's crazy. I don't fly that often, but I'm always very thankful. I've never seen anything crazy happen on an airplane. And anything like that. No yelling, no screaming, no fights. But you see videos of it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, And I always try to figure out what airline is that and try to stay away from it. maybe it's happening on that airline more often than others. And so, I don't know. Like I said, I just bought Southwest. So I'll be going on a flight relatively soon.
Mm-hmm. Stay
So
off the wing.
I will stay off the wing. No, I think differently than other people, especially when I'm flying Southwest. It's because it's a free for all for where you're going to sit.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so the trick is how to get on the plane first. And so I'm actually paying a little extra to go on within the first group. But everyone that gets on first all get the seats in the front. All right. I'm not a fan of the front.
No, yeah.
And I end up walking all the way to the back. And I'll take the last row because people start filling in to the front because they want to get off the plane as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And I understand why they're doing it. But if I'm lucky, I get the row to myself.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky a couple of times.
Yeah.
So you make your wife sit with someone else.
Yes, I do.
You're on your own, honey.
I'll see you. I'll see you when we land somewhere.
See you when we get
No,
there.
this is when I'm flying alone, Ed.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, well, you didn't say that.
I'll be flying alone. So, but I've joked around with the flight attendants who are standing back there.
They
with
like
me,
it back there too.
But they'll actually say, "Okay, folks, come on back. Got plenty of room back here." I'm like, "Shh." Keep it quiet. I don't want them to know.
It's our secret.
I know, but a lot of times, and they have said to me in the past, it's a sellout, so there's someone coming back. All right, fine. But I get back there first. Plenty of overhead bin space.
Yeah.
And I get my seat on the aisle.
On the aisle. I always liked an aisle seat when I was traveling.
Although last time I was actually asked to move, but because the three people wanted to sit together, and but I was asked to move. Can you move forward like 2 rows, but still on the aisle?
Yeah.
Fine.
Sure.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Not can you move 2 rows up and
In
sit
the middle.
sit in the middle?
Yeah.
No. Perfectly
Yeah, I
fine,
don't
right
think
where
so.
I am. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. As always, Ed Crew, thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
All right, and Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in
My
as well.
pleasure as always.
All right, have yourself a great day. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the Crew. Do you remember is coming your way at 9:30 here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. A police chase yesterday morning that started in Johnston just before 2 a.m. ended in Providence with an exchange of gunfire between a Johnston police officer and a suspect. The pursuit ended in the vicinity of Maynard and Unit Streets in the capital city, and the suspect fled on foot. No injuries were reported. The investigation is ongoing. 33-year-old Antoine Knight of Westerly faces charges for allegedly stabbing his pregnant wife. Police said the victim was stabbed in the back and arm Saturday night.